Hi, I'm Dr. Jeffrey LeBenger. At Summit Medical Group, we believe that all citizens need to be informed about the important healthcare issues that affect their lives. That's why we're very proud to support important programming produced by the CAUCUS Educational Corporation.
This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Summit Medical Group, a physician-owned multi-specialty medical practice serving northern and central New Jersey in 70 locations. St. Peter's University, the Jesuit University of New Jersey. Suez, ready for the resource revolution. MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor. Insurance fraud costs New Jersey families $1,300 a year. The Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, founded by the Jewish community. And by the Give Something Back Foundation, providing mentors and scholarships to help Pell Grant-eligible students go to college and graduate in 4 years debt-free.
This is One-on-One. I'm an equal American just like you are.
The jobs of tomorrow are not the jobs of yesterday.
Look at this. You got this?
Here it is, man. Look at that.
Life without dance is boring.
When you first heard that they were doing Charlie Rose and Gayle King, didn't you go, what?
Do you enjoy talking politics?
No. People call me because they feel nobody's paying attention.
Our culture, I don't think, has ever been tested the way it's being tested right now.
Such a good question. High five.
Hi, I'm Steve Adubato. Welcome to the Tisch WNET studio here in the heart of Lincoln Center. It is our honor and pleasure for the first time, won't be the last, to welcome Anthony Melchiorri, who is a creator and host of Hotel Impossible, Travel Channel when?
10 o'clock Monday nights.
How'd you get that gig?
Well, thanks for having me, first of all.
It's our honor and pleasure.
I was in the hotel business for 25 years. I helped manage the Plaza, turned around the Algonquin, ran the Lucerne Hotel right up here. It was my first general manager job on 79th in Amsterdam. And one day, I'm sitting in my basement with my wife, and I put my hands over my head, and she goes, oh, my God, now what?
Why'd you say that, by the way? You're an idea guy?
I'm an idea guy.
Yeah.
And she goes, now what thing are we going to be doing? And I take my hands away from my face, and I look at it, and I go, I want to do a hotel show called Hotel Impossible, where I teach everyone in the world about hotels. And she said, only like a wife of over 20 years could say, who the hell wants to see you on television?
She didn't
and I go,
say that.
I don't know. Swear to God, she said that. I go, I don't know. We're going to find out. So I created the show with friends of mine, Leo and Lynn Rossi, out in California. And we started pitching it around New York City. We were fortunate enough that 3 people wanted the show. We went to Atlas Media. Atlas Media picked it up. We sold the Travel Channel, and 8 seasons later and 3 television shows later, here I am.
How great is that?
It is, you know what it is? I have 3 daughters. I have teenage children. And the greatest thing that came from this show is that I'm able to say, I didn't know anyone on television. I had no idea anything about television. I didn't know about producers and cameramen and sound guys. I knew nothing about it. I didn't know about post. I didn't know about editing.
You knew business.
It's a whole different business, and it's the hardest thing I've ever done.
But you know business.
I know business.
And you know people.
Right. And there you go. And so I was able to survive it, and to be able to show my children. One day I just woke up and I said, I've done a lot of things in my career, but this was something that was a little uncomfortable, and we did something. It was uncomfortable in the sense of, you know, when you walk into a room in a hotel, into a meeting room, and everybody looks at you, and you've been doing this 25 years, you know you're going to have the answer. And if you don't have the answer, you're going to pick up the phone and get the answer. When you're doing something like this, and you're traveling as much as I do, and you're going to people's homes, and they believe in you that you're going to turn around their hotel, and they've been crying about it, and they've been praying about it, and they've been telling their friends about it, and the hotel guy's coming, and all of a sudden you're in their living room or in their hotel room, and you're trying to save their financial life. It's hard, and it's really, really stressful.
And by the way, excuse me, I think that is the premise of the show.
100%.
The premise of the show is you go into, and we're about to see a clip from this. This is gutsy. You go into hotel situations that are potentially pretty dire and potentially help these folks turn it around and save.
Yeah, and we do it without a script. And I guess
Unscripted?
Unscripted.
Unlike a lot of reality shows?
Right. It's just like this conversation, right? I came in, I sat down, I shook your hand, and we started talking.
A guy from Brooklyn, a guy from Newark, New Jersey.
Right.
Two Irish guys?
Yeah, 2 Irish guys.
Well, by the way, when I said where you from, you said where we from. Where do we mean?
Italy.
Italy.
Yeah, we're Italy.
And both of us knew right away.
Right.
That's where we meant.
So many people I say, and they're like, well, I'm from Newark. No, I said, where you from?
And we both knew.
Right.
You're outside of Rome. My family's outside of Naples. And somehow we knew.
Because it doesn't start in America. It starts outside of America, and then we make a life here. And so I always try to bring that into my family. 2 o'clock every Sunday, you can guarantee I'm having macaroni with sauce.
Sauce or gravy?
With sauce.
Okay, just want to make sure. Listen, I'll get out of our little private dialogue here. Can we show a clip?
Sure, go ahead.
This is from Travel Channel's, actually Anthony's show on Travel Channel. Hotel Impossible, scene 10 p.m.
Monday night on Travel Channel.
Let's check it out. Hotel Impossible.
If I want to get out that door, right, and it's locked because a kid or somebody decides to lock it, this is my way out, right? Now, this is to the parking lot, right, which is kind of scary to have a door to the parking lot in a place I don't know. So I'm already looking at this frame, okay? This is not even a frame, this is sheetrock, okay? This does not look very safe. This door's locked, right? 3, 2, 1. Okay?
How'd you know that door was going to break down?
I didn't. And see how I took that piece of framing off the door? Never touched it before. No idea. It fell off of my hand. But I just knew by looking at the door, that's not a secure door, that's not a metal door, it's to the parking lot. There's not a double lock on it, there's not a deadbolt on it. I just knew if I kicked it right at the handle, it would open like that. In one take, in. And what was interesting, what you didn't see in that clip, and why I did that was because she said, when I was walking down the hallway, and did you ever see a lock on the outside of a hallway door of a hotel room? So you're walking down the hallway, and there's a lock that you can lock the person that's in the room. You can keep them in their room because there's a lock on the outside of the door. It's like, excuse me, how is there a lock on the outside door? She goes, well, in the winter, I don't want anybody using these rooms, so we just lock them. I said, but how about in the summer when these rooms are being used and a kid just locks somebody in the door? I said, well, there's a back door. I was like, well, how about if somebody like locks me in and then comes around and kicks in that door and does something to hurt me? He goes, well, you can't knock in the door. And you sort of can. And then, so the show is as you see it. 5 minutes after that, I'm in the parking lot, sitting down, scratching my head on gravel, literally in my suit going, what do I do? And she comes over, she sits next to me, the young lady.
Who is she,
And she
by
starts
the way?
crying. She's the owner of the hotel.
She owns it. I'm sorry for interrupting, Anthony. She owns it. And she's looking for help to turn this around?
Yes.
How do they find you and the show?
Well, sometimes they find us. They go to the Travel Channel, they find us on their website, and they ask us for help. Or sometimes my casting director, the location manager, they go out and put out a PR release and say, hey, Anthony's coming to town. Do you guys have a hotel that's in trouble? And then next thing I know, I'm on a plane, and I was just saying to somebody off camera, I'm at the airport, I don't even know where I'm going half the time.
I interrupted you. Go back. You're telling her, the old Tom Cruise, Jack Nicholson scene in A Few Good Men, I want the truth. You can't handle the truth. Did she handle it? Did she handle it?
She could not handle it. I'd like to say she could. That show's already aired, so you can see. She didn't think I liked her. And that's always...
She thought it was personal?
Yeah, that's always... You know that, being in the business you're in and, and being a speaker, you're not there to be liked. You're there to do a job. I'm not going to disrespect anybody. I'm not going to be abusive. But I don't care if you like me. So she got caught up, you don't like me. It's like, I don't know you. How can I like you? I have 4 days to do the show. I'm not here to like you or dislike you. I'm here to save your business.
She got caught up. It's so interesting to me. I don't want to get into some philosophical discussion about this, but in my other life, I do a lot of leadership development and coaching, and I'll work with people and give them candid feedback about how they can improve their presentation skills, their leadership, and they'll get caught up very often in that you've hurt their feelings. And the question becomes, do you want to improve the situation or not? Did she want to improve her hotel or not? Or make sure you just, quote, liked her on a personal level? Which, it's nice, but how does that help her?
Right. And if you see if you ever see the show, you'll see that she couldn't get out of her own way. And that's the biggest problem. She was in a great location. She was right in the place you want to be if you're a fisherman. So she had a great location, but she was making excuses. And I just actually met a general manager who used to work for me, and I was in Sandusky, Ohio, and he runs one of the biggest water parks in the country. And there was a sign on his desk, and it said, "No excuses." And I looked at him and go, "Where'd you get that?" He goes, "You gave it to me 15 years ago."
What?
Yeah, he goes, "You gave me that sign 15 years ago when I worked for you and said no excuses." And he goes, "I use it every single day." And that's the mantra on this show. It's like, no excuses, let's get it done. I'm not here to disrespect you, I'm here to help you. This is the analogy I use. You invite me to your home, okay? I can eat your food, I can sit on your couch, and if you put the TV on, I can watch TV. But I'm not allowed to open your medicine chest. I just don't open your medicine chest. So when I come into your hotel, I'm not here to open your medicine chest. Yeah. I'm here to do what you want me to do. I'm not here to hurt you or to make fun of you and open your medicine chest, see what kind of, what's in the medicine chest. I'm here to take what I see and to try to help you, because at the end of the day, most people have their 401ks, their college tuition, their mortgage. Everything is riding on, when I leave, I'm gone. I don't come back.
So here's my question. If I were to ask you 3 keys to successful hotel, I'm not going to say management, but what most people are looking for in a hotel. I know there's way more than that, and there's no detail too small, which is one of your themes. Everything matters. But 3 things that matter the most are?
I would say the first thing is understand that this is someone's home. So the first thing is it's their home. It's the only business in the world that you do everything you do in a hotel room, you do at home. Whether it be shave, whether it be shower, whether it be have sex, whether it be eat, whether it be get a call from home saying somebody died, somebody's getting married, you're there for a funeral. So you're writing a book, you're writing a speech. Anything that you do at home, you do in a hotel room. So that's number 1. Remember, it's someone's home. It's not their hotel room, it's their home. Number 2, it's got to feel like it's the first time anyone's ever stayed in this room. So it's got to be spotlessly clean. And number 3, it's got to be secure. It's got to be safe. That's why when you saw that clip, safety is a big issue. The first hotel job I ever had here in Times Square in New York City, a young lady who was 15 years old on 47th and Broadway went to the top of our roof, right above the Palace Theater, and jumped to her death. Okay? So to me, safety and security, making sure everything is locked and everything is secure, is paramount to what we do. So those are the 3 things. It's their home, it's got to be clean, it's got to be safe. If you do those 3 things right, Maslow's hierarchy of needs in 1947, he decided
first key.
Right, safety and security. Right?
Well, we'll worry about self-actualization later.
Right.
Take care of my basic needs first.
You want self-actualization, 5-star hotel. That's what 5-star hotel is for. I talk about it in my speeches. I say, if you take Maslow's, and I do a chart.
Abraham Maslow.
If you take Maslow's hierarchy of needs, there's 7 needs. And in 1947, he said every single person, whether you're rich or poor, have these needs. And the basic foundation of his chart is the hotel business.
It's food and shelter.
Food, shelter, safety, security.
Right.
And that's what you do, whether you're in a 1-star hotel or 5-star hotel.
Let me ask you, money, economics, price of a room, particularly here in New York City, how much does it matter? And from your way of looking at it, you're making a decision.
Well, there's from a business perspective, in New York,
consumer perspective, something's up, $500, got to be great.
Right.
You say?
No. If you're in New York City, there was a hotel I won't name, was rated the worst hotel in America 3 years in a row. It was getting $500 or $600 Christmas week. Christmas week is the busiest week, and Christmas week really is from the 7th to the 14th, what we call Christmas week, because everybody comes in the shop. They're getting $500, $600 a night. They're rated the worst hotel in America. January 2nd, you can get a 5-star hotel in New York City for $169. So it really is an educated consumer, you know that old saying. So in New York City specifically, now you go outside of New York City, outside of a location like LA or Nashville or New York City, and they still don't really price properly, and they don't price based on dynamic pricing. So pricing there is more what it used to be like. If a $69 room is usually a $69 room. A $300 room is a $300 room. In A markets, not so much.
Real quick, before I let you out of here, favorite place to stay when you're not working is?
Four Seasons Maui, one and only Cabo.
Oh, don't say that. One and only my wife and we just made plans.
To do the one and only?
The one and only, the other one that they had the hurricane, and they're not ready to take us back yet. I shouldn't give up too much from it. We'll talk off here.
One and only Cabo, and then the Dominican Republic?
Yeah, I'll talk to you offline.
Okay.
Real quick, before I let you go, number one leadership lesson, and I wrote a book on leadership. Number one book, leadership lesson you've learned in your life is?
No excuses.
That's it. I'm going to take that and remember it. Anthony Melchiorri is a creator and host of Hotel Impossible, seen on Travel Channel 10 p.m.
Monday nights.
You're good, man.
It was a pleasure. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Your family's done well outside of Rome. Come here. America's a great country, isn't it?
The best in the world.
We'll be right back right after this.
To see more one-on-one with Steve Adubato programs, visit us online at steveadubato.org. If you would like to express an opinion, email us at info@caucusnj.org. Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/Steve Adubato PhD and follow us on Twitter at Steve Adubato.
There he is. Seth Rudetsky is a musician, actor, and writer. And that is a handsome face with talent and energy. He's also a Sirius XM Broadway host. How you doing?
It's all good.
It is, isn't it? Mm-hmm. Born and raised, he's the pride of Long Island.
True that.
And by the way, tell folks, Oberlin, the conservatory?
I went to Oberlin Conservatory in Ohio for 4 years.
And you knew that you loved music when?
My parents took me to see my first Broadway show, which was Hair, Nude, when I was 5, and I became obsessed with Broadway. But I was also a classical pianist, so I was sort of half Broadway, half classical piano.
Okay, so here's the thing. I'm
Yes.
curious about this. You played the piano in about a dozen Broadway productions?
Yeah.
First one was?
First one I played piano for was Les Mis, which was the long version, 3 hours and 15 minutes. They cut the 15 minutes off for overtime reasons after 10 years. But I did the 3-hour, 15-minute version. It was brutal, but it was cool because I was playing on Broadway, but it was also brutal.
First time when you were there, did you actually say to yourself, I'm on Broadway?
Oh, throughout the whole thing, especially doing what I would do where I would come into shows when they were running, because I had listened to Les Mis for years, so to suddenly go like, oh my God, I'm the one playing the ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. It was very cool to be playing what you listen to. Or Phantom of the Opera, I'd be like, da-da-da-da-da. I'm like, oh my God, I heard this on the record all the time. Now I'm the one doing it. It's very exciting.
Broadway itself, I mean, the whole Broadway thing, what fascinates you about it, that you can talk about it and draw people into it on a regular basis?
It's interesting. I don't know if that's an interesting question. I just love it, and I love describing what I love. I guess I'd say I do this thing called deconstructing. I do all these videos, and I do this one-person show that I've done like all over the world called Deconstructing, where I deconstruct what I love about it. But I can't say.
By the way, New York Times said they loved it, right?
I don't want to brag. But the point is,
I said it, not you.
I don't want to say that. I can't say what I love about it, but when I play something, I can go, this is what's amazing about it, and I can deconstruct what's brilliant. But I can't say as a whole what I love about Broadway. I just love it.
But see, when you were deconstructed Evita,
that
was, the idea of doing that is fascinating to me. That helps people understand it.
Yeah, I think a lot of people go like, it's good. So I go like, it's good because, and I'm like, she's adding vibrato on this note. She's actually belting this note instead of mixing it. Like, I'll deconstruct it, and then people leave my show and they'll go, they'll say like, I never understood that before. Now I can't listen to it again without realizing this and this.
So if you say Evita, Patti LuPone, Madonna.
Oh my God, are you kidding me?
Right?
Yeah, first of all, it's 2 steps down. I actually wish I could play a few, but there's one phrase from Rainbow High. Patti goes, I'm their savior, and she sustains. Madonna goes, I'm their savior. So one is a half note that's held with vibrato, one is 2 steps down, a 16th note, and she falls off of it. Thank you.
And helping us understand why it's dramatically different is important.
Yes,
to
because instead of just going like, she's really bad, you can go like, I don't think it's exciting because she's not sustaining the note in vibrato. You can understand more why it's good and why it's bad. Yeah. So it's a comedy show, but it helps you understand.
Your show on Sirius, break it down. Deconstruct that for us.
My own. I think why people like my radio show is because I've worked on Broadway so long, so any song that I'm playing, I could be like, oh, I have a lot of inside stories. So I think people really appreciate hearing inside scoop because I've been working with these clowns for so many years. So that's why I think people like it.
Give us something.
Give me a famous person and I'll tell you a fun story about them. Audrey McDonald. Well, okay, we first met. I played an audition for her for an industrial, 1990. We were both clunkers. Audra, I'll tell you some of the things that happened. We both did ragtime together, And at the end of Act 1, she dies. Spoiler alert. And this was back in the 90s. She had to lay in a coffin for the entire last song and play dead. And what they would do is they would literally put their beepers underneath her and call them from off stage. So the whole time she was dead, it would be like buzz, buzz, buzz. Unprofessional.
Wow. Give me another name. Georgette, you had another name? Andrew McArdle.
Andrew McArdle, the original Annie. We did Les Mis together. She had a costume with these big pockets. She would offstage eat a quarter-pound bag of M&Ms. And one day she was on the barricade and decided to show off and die because she had friends in the audience. So when she died, she hooked her leg in the barricade and died backwards, forgetting about the M&Ms. Down the barricade came a stream, multicolored M&Ms. Unprofessional.
Who's Priscilla Lopez?
Oh, Priscilla Lopez.
Why do I get a smile from you because of that?
Because A, I grew up obsessed with the chorus line. She's the original Morales, What I Did for Love.
Okay.
Kiss today, goodbye. I think she's my favorite Broadway story because you just can't believe it actually happened. She was doing a show called Her First Roman. See, that's whenever I interview people.
Her First Roman.
Yeah, it was a flop. She had to wear body paint. She had tucked things in her wig cap to make her wig fit. She told all of her friends, do it, it works. Her friends tucked their bras, so when she was doing a funeral processional, she saw a bra swinging in front of her, and she was like, oh my God, that's my fault. I want to laugh, but I can't because it's a funeral. I'm going to hold the laughing in. That is actually now making me pee on stage. It's a Broadway show. She's wearing body paint, so the body paint is running down her leg, the pee, and it was a rake stage, meaning it sloped. The pee went down the stage into the orchestra pit.
That is the best.
Is it? Not for the musicians.
No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You could wear Depends, I guess, on your head to prevent.
I got it. Florence Henderson.
Oh,
yeah.
I love
We do the
Florence
show at the end of
Henderson.
2016. What a wonderful,
She was a great lady. I have a great Florence Henderson story. She told me she was doing the show called Fanny with Ezio Pinza. Ezio Pinza had just done South Pacific with Mary Martin, so they were very good friends. Mary Martin was doing Peter Pan right when Fanny was opening, and the opening night telegram, Florence Henderson told me, said, for Fanny, she said, Peter Pan, she said, I hope your Fanny is as big as my Peter. Think about it. Back in the 50s, they were raunchy.
Raunchy. You know, I got to tell you something about you. It just strikes me.
Jewish.
The whole...
You figured it out.
Stop!
Oh.
What are you going to say, Italian? I mean, what are you,
I
why
had
are you
no
doing
idea.
this?
I would have said waspy. Continue.
You would have.
Not at all. Go on,
I didn't
dear.
think so. So how about this? I'm curious about this thing about Broadway, in all seriousness. Your passion,
Yeah.
right? How much of your success, in all seriousness, because a lot of people sit in that seat and I try to figure out what is the reason or the reasons, plural, for their success. How much of your success is a product of your unbridled passion?
All of it. I mean, it makes me tear up, but it's true. It's like I do get letters from people saying, I don't even really like Broadway, but I like listening to your show because I think I feel everything I'm saying, and I really do. I mean, I don't love everything on Broadway, but I'm passionate whether I love it or hate it. It's all very real. So you're right. And my co-host on Sirius XM, people will say, what's Seth like in real life? And she's like, exactly the same. This is just sort of me, and I feel a lot about Broadway, about music.
And the other, I'm not going to say thing, but in terms of your passion, you're committed to the LGBT community. You're committed to...
Well, social justice, I like to say.
Social justice?
Yes.
And awareness, and the horrific events in Orlando matter greatly to you. Talk about that.
That was my husband's brilliance, and it was my my cell phone. After the Orlando shootings happened, which was basically on the day of the Tony Awards, and I'd just written a show, and one of my best friends from my show was nominated for a Tony Award, but we were all devastated. The Broadway community, we couldn't really celebrate, and we all wanted to do something, and my husband was riding his bike, listening to What the World Needs Now Is Love, and he woke me up and he said, we have to do a We Are the World type recording of What the World Needs Now Is Love with all Broadway stars, and we have to do it this week. And by Wednesday, we had Gloria Estefan and Idina Menzel and Audrey McDonald and Sarah Jessica Parker, and we did this recording in 2 days, and it raised a ton of money.
Should I show the clip?
Oh my God, yeah, I'd love to.
Georgette, let's do it. Let's show the clip.
What the world needs now is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just too little of. What the world needs now is love, sweet love.
So I was me playing the piano. Those were my hands at the beginning. You could tell by the bitten nails.
Beautiful.
It was an amazing day. Everyone wanted to do something, and no one knew what to do, and it gave us all something to do to help. It was an amazing day, and I'm so glad that it raised a lot of money.
You have passion for your work. You have passion for theater, deconstructing it, and most importantly, you have passion for trying to help others, and we appreciate it. And also, you love public broadcasting. I just heard that.
I do love PBS. Are you kidding me? 100%.
I'm just saying. I heard you gave your pledge recently, and you're waiting for your gift.
Tote bag.
Well, we have more than that. Seth Rudetsky is a musician, actor, writer, Sirius XM Broadway host. Thank you so much for joining us. You're terrific. You made my job a piece of cake.
Really? Thanks, Steve.
Appreciate it.
Very nice.
Thank you.
Sweaty hands.
One-on-One with Steve Adubato has been a production of the CAUCUS Educational Corporation, celebrating over 25 years of broadcast excellence. This special edition of One-on-One with Steve Adubato is brought to you from the Tisch WNET studios at Lincoln Center. Funding has been provided by Summit Medical Group, St. Peter's University, Suez, MD Advantage Insurance Company of New Jersey, the New Jersey Office of the Insurance Fraud Prosecutor, the Healthcare Foundation of New Jersey, and by the Give Something Back Foundation. Promotional support provided by NJ.com, Small News, Big News, True Jersey, and by the New Jersey Chamber of Commerce, the statewide voice of business in New Jersey. Transportation provided by Airbrook Limousine, serving the metropolitan New York, New Jersey area.
Mental health is health. There is no distinction. And emotional struggles don't just impact adults. Children suffer too. If you or a loved one is struggling with depression, emotional or behavioral health challenges, you may not want to get the help you need because you may be worried about what other people will think. But intervention can improve and even save lives. And there are resources available for the many children and families in New Jersey who struggle. Stigma should never stop you from getting the help that you need.